Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of BTWN Paranormal and Dark History. Tonight we're going to be focusing on the 5 worst ways to be executed. Only we can bring that to you, Mo and Kurt. You know, what do we do with our days? We think of the most gruesome ways to die, and I think ultimately we found our top 5 after kicking around, like researching and everything else. I think we're good to go on that. But before we do that, I do want to ask Mo, how excited are you on a scale of one being not excited to 10 being most excited to hear that knock on the door tomorrow or whoever's at the house?
Right. Okay. The 14th of June, I ordered a quadcopter. I ordered an expensive quadcopter. Around the 20th of June, 21st of June. No, yesterday. The 7th of August. Is it the 7th of August yesterday? I think it was. Yeah, 7th of August. Yeah, 7th of August. They said they were shipping it out. They were shipping it out today. We missed the postman. We missed the delivery. It went back to the depot or back to the Royal Mail, the post office actually. And now it's sitting probably a kilometre away from me. I'm bitter. I am truly bitter. I couldn't be more annoyed.
Do you work tomorrow? Are you working?
I'm in work tomorrow. I'm in work on an early shift tomorrow, so I finish at 4 p.m.
So I know you're gonna be out. You're gonna be out in the field somewhere, just messing with this thing, like it's
wheel spinning out of work, screaming home. Natalie, my wife, she's going out tomorrow evening with her friends, so I'm going to sit there. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to set it up. I'm very happy with myself. However, from what I've learned over the past year, is always expect the worst. So my honest opinion, it's going to get struck by lightning before I even get it and probably turn to dust, or I'll blend a cat or something. Something's going to stop me. So I'm just being a big child about it. I really am.
Yeah, we'll send a black cat heading towards you for good luck. I remember we went over that too.
I know, yeah. Well, the thing for me is, and this is one of the main reasons I want to get it, is there's places like Newsham Orphanage. It's a big building. I could do a fly through that from where I am. It's powerful enough to do so. I could go to properties. I can look at buildings that you won't get access to by flying it over the bleeding fence. So for me, it's going to open up a bit of a world for me, and I can't wait for it. Well, I literally have to wait for it, but I can't wait for it. It's frustrating.
No, hey, I'm excited to see it though. I want to see it in action. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's the whole. You know what? I can't wait myself. It's the waiting. The waiting game for me is always a frustrating thing, especially considering I'm a nerd and it's a proper full-on nerd's toy. But as soon as I get it, no doubt, the YouTube channel is going to be bombarded with silly videos of me flying around and chasing people.
Oh, you have to do both the good and the bad, dude.
Yeah.
Because the good and the bad really makes it more fun, I think. The way I look at it, I mean, if you can't take the piss out of yourself, I mean, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? It's just more fun that way. I mean, more fun actually getting it done, but
I was born to take it just the way it is. But other than that, I mean, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It has been a while, so for all of you who are watching, listen, guys, I'm sorry. It's been a while. It's hard to some flow trying to do videos again. So we're going to get back into the flow of it. This is a start of many. We've recorded 2 other shows that haven't been released yet. They'll just be there for the time when maybe we've got to take a week to sort something out, or if we're going to be recording something big, for instance. So, but we are back. Don't worry about it. We will be going back to record to live shows as well, possibly over the next few weeks. So again, Kurt, before we go any further on this, how's your week been?
Minus the fact of my new haircut. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. First thing my wife told me, she goes, "You look like you've been out of prison. You just got out of prison." So I'm like, "Well, thank you very much. You know, I appreciate that. You know, so my new haircut, well, my old haircut, but my new haircut, as I'd like to say, and haven't lost any weight. I'm sorry.
I'd rather your haircut than my haircut. Your haircut than my haircut.
Yeah, I look like a greaser though, dude. I look like something out of like a 1950s movie or something like that. You know, so I'll put pomade in it and like slick it back, or I wear it hanging down at work. So basically that. So yeah, I'm not a hipster. I'm definitely not too old to be a hipster. You know, definitely too old to be a hipster. Can you picture me showing up in a tight shirt and tight jeans, like for anywhere, dude? That would be the most embarrassing thing in the world, dude. So
I turn up to work, to be brutally honest with you.
Yeah, well, at least you're showing up to work, and I just wear like khakis and a button-down shirt or something like that.
Show off. Show
So,
off.
it's just what they told me to do, so I did it. But tonight, we are going to get back, as Mo said, into doing more live shows and stuff like that. It gets kind of hard, I mean, with family and finding the time to like properly get someone live. But we definitely have some on pre-record ready to release soon, as soon as we're ready to roll with that. So, well, we've been kind of playing around with time-lapse photography. It seems to be, filling up the space pretty well. And I want to thank everybody out there for actually viewing all our time-lapse photography. And I do want to. Yeah, go ahead.
If I don't mind pointing something out there, the time lapse video for me, I do a lot of time lapse just as a hobby, and I did it up on YouTube just because it was somewhere to put it, and it didn't give it no major names, didn't give it no tags, and for some reason, they're getting 700 and 800 views, and I mean, for people who are watching it, thank you very much. It's only little snippets of just odd, but I was quite surprised to see the amount of views you're getting on stuff like that. I thought it was really good. But no, it is. It's as Kate said, and as I said a little bit earlier, it's been a long time coming, but getting back into this, making sure we knock it out properly. Oh, and a little shout out to Gary Fisher, who's just just started on 2 years of his show. She's unlocking the unknown. So well in, Gary.
Wow, cool. Well done, Gary. Awesome, dude.
He's already overtook people that we used to know. So yeah, he's well played. He's a good guy. I like it, dude. He's just one of those people. He's such a resilient person when it comes to stuff like that. So he's doing well for himself. So get over and check Gary out as well.
Yeah, he's a hell of a nice guy too, though. I mean, honestly,
yeah, definitely. Go on, no, you okay?
Yeah, but tonight we're gonna go dark. We're gonna go dark on you here, and no dark on the screen or anything like that. Yeah, we've done. We'll be jumping back into the paranormal and stuff like that sooner. As soon as we get back in, we start getting with the flow again. But tonight, as you both know, Mo and I are history geeks, and the darker the history, the more we like it. So Mo had an idea tonight to actually do the 5 most bloodiest forms of execution.
Yeah.
Now I'll start with number 1, okay, and I'll give the Nordic, I should say the Vikings claim on this, and in England too, in York, as I was pointed out to me earlier. It's called the Blood Eagle or the Bloody Eagle. All right.
Yeah.
Let me go with this. What they'll do is they'll put you on a tree stump, tie your hands together, tie your feet down. What they'll do, they'll slice your back. They'll break your rib bones backwards. Then they'll put some sort of salt on your lungs, so that way, in a sense, you suffocate. But what happens is what they don't tell you in some of these things, that when you're trying to breathe, your lungs start going like this. So it's one of the most brutal forms of execution. I gotta say that out of all the research that we've done, that Mo brought this one to the table. I give you props on this one, Mo.
Yeah, do you know the one thing with this which really knocked me when I first seen it? About 3 years ago, we went to York. While we were at York, we went on one of the evening tours, which is the tour where they take you around, show you how scary a place it is, and they reenacted what would happen with the Blood Eagle. So what they've done was, and do you know what? They used my wife. Well played. They put your arms around the bar, or around the log, or around the post, and they put your arms forward. And what they would do was crack each rib as they go back. So they cut down your spine, crack each rib, and then pull them. And the thought of that, everything else, the suffocating, that you'll eventually die. But that rib cracking, that's enough for me. I'd hate to hear that noise. That would be one of no, that's wrong. But do you know what now, guys? If you ever wonder what me and Kate WhatsApp each other about on a regular basis,
you know.
Yeah, there you go. Creepy shit.
Creepy shit. You want to go? Yeah, but Mo also brought another good one up, keel hauling. Explain that one. Oh my God.
Okay, right. Now, keel hauling's a bit of a weird one, right? To me, it seems like very Pirates of the Caribbean-esque. But basically what it is a punishment which often ended in death. It was due to the severity of the wound sustained from what happened. So what they do is they'd weight your legs down and suspend you from a rope, drop you from the bow of a ship, and then rapidly pull you underwater along the length of the hull, over the keel, which is the beam that runs underneath the boat, and then up to the other side. Okay, that's not the bad part. The bad part was they'd get an oil-filled sponge or an oil-soaked sponge, which had enough air in it for you to actually have a breath of air inside the sponge. They jab it into your mouth. And as they dragged you right the way down and then right the way under the boat and over, the one thing people don't realize about the underside of a boat is the underside of a boat's got barnacles on it, and lots of it. The barnacles against your skin, okay? You're getting pulled at speed across that stuff. It's like getting dragged across rocks. They wouldn't do it once, they wouldn't do it twice. They would keep going until such a time as you were either dead or ready to go. It was something you were not meant to survive. And I know, suffocating's bad enough. Getting dragged under the boat and ripped across those barnacles.
Would the British do this too, since they were very much a seafaring nation? I'd say.
To be fair, I think it is a European. I thought it was a European. From all the research I'd done, it didn't say anything about it being from anywhere. And the French. The Dutch and the French seem to be the people who the British. I can imagine the armies wouldn't do it. I can guarantee you the armies would not do it. They weren't bitter. The armies would just, you just get killed and dropped off. However, with someone like maybe the privateers, the privateers would do it.
Definitely.
Well, it was not uncommon at sea for. Do you know that saying? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes. Yeah.
The saying goes for the sea as well. What happens at sea stays at sea. There's an old story from around here about a ship called the slave ship Zong. It's spelled Z-O-N-G. And it was a slave ship bringing slaves over from the Africas. And it was just off the coast of Ireland. And it hit troubles. Some of the people got sick on the boats. So what they done was, as opposed to treating them, getting them better, they started tying them to each other and throwing them off the side. And there was women, there was children, there was men just getting tied together and thrown off the side. And then when they got back to port and they were saying, "Where's all the slaves?" They got sick, we threw them overboard, we want to claim the insurance. And they actually claimed insurance money on the slaves.
Yeah, so that's interesting in a sense.
Justin.
Because they chain them up. A lot of times they chain them up, especially if they saw, because Britain outlawed slavery, I believe, 1808, they outlawed slavery. Yeah. And if you were a privateer and you were coming out, most likely out of Liverpool, it was a big port where, slave traders would hide out and, they probably throw their bounty of slaves in a basement somewhere. But then what they would do if they saw a British, naval ship coming, they lock them all together and just throw them overboard. So you go one after another, after another, after another. And therefore, by the time the British, the HMS Pinafore, I should say, catches up to you, you don't have anything. I mean, you're kind of like, we're trading sugar and tea, I mean, so
it's
people
horrible.
No, it's just horrible. It's insane.
So that was a little slight tangent off course. Mm-hmm. So, right, I want to leave you with the next one.
I'll let you go with scaphism.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I go with scaphism because I want to hear your explanation of scaphism. And this is Persian, by the way, from what I got out of it.
Okay, my explanation for scaphism is I struggled on a top 5 with this. There's a top 5 that me and Kate have aimed for with regards to this, right? And this is number 3, but I'd love for this to have been number 1, but in the same breath, the other 2 are equally as bad. Okay, so it's got to be one of the worst ones you'll ever come across. It started around 500 BC, and it saw the victim being placed inside a hollowed-out log or a narrow boat with the hands and feet tied at each end. And then what would happen is they were forced to ingest a mixture of milk and honey until eventually they either threw it up or went to the toilet. And at that point, what they'd do is they'd also smear you with more milk and honey, cover your body in it, and then they'd leave it exposed in the sun, surrounded by all your feces and vomit. So the insects would turn up, they'd start having a little sting, a little bite. They wasps and ants would torture the victim, but worse, others would crawl inside the unprotected orifices of the subject, lay eggs, eating them alive from the inside out, with a ration of milk and honey and sometimes water, repeated daily intervals. The victim had little chance of dying.
Oh my God!
So,
I don't know, man. 3 and 5 could have been switched on that one.
Yeah.
3 and
do you know what the worst part for me of this entire situation, right, is not only did you die, you didn't die because you were hungry, you didn't die because you were thirsty, you were always full.
It's because you pooped yourself. Or you puked on yourself, you know?
Oh man, it's a messy way to go because you close your eyes, you can't stop, you can't touch your eyes. You close your eyes, you can only close your eyelids so far. Stuff can still wriggle through. You can't cover your ears, so stuff will be in your ears. It'll go up your nose. You can't close your nose. There's other parts of your body you can't close as well.
Think of the maggots too, man. I mean, if you really go gross, it's like horror stories
crawling around. Oh,
the maggots that's eating the neck, the dead skin, and you'd be probably still breathing by the time the maggots get to you. That's the nastiest part of the flies. You know, the black flies picking at you and all that. You know, you go to the beach, you go somewhere else. Oh, just stinging away. Oh man, I messed up on that one. I should have said that was
no. It's weird because between this and the first one, I couldn't. Between this one and the one we've got at the top spot, I'm a bit 50-50 on which one would have took it anyway. However, yours is the next one.
Okay. Mine is called the Spanish tickler. Okay. Picture two metal, and it's not a sex. And no, nothing sex about it. Okay. It looks kind of that way, but yeah. Okay. It's where's my finger? I'm doing this on like line. Okay. There's two metal poles like this. What they do is they slice you all over your body, knowing, I know I'm waving, knowing I got to go like this, knowing
I love it.
For a fact you're not going to die right off the bat. So what I do then after that is I tie you up and let you die from just straight infection. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It will dig into your skin enough where you'd probably be dead within a day or two from infection, or infection setting in so bad that you wish you were dead. But you're tied to a tree, you're tied to a post, you're tied to a pole. I mean, all the above. But I just looked at that and I was like, oh man, the Spanish tickler sounds like such a sex toy, you know. And I'm sure there's people out there that have probably named one after that. Yeah. But we'll just keep it as it is without having, so we don't have to go back and bleep me out, because I've been bleeped out so many times on this show, which makes it fun actually. But the Spanish tickler is, I looked at that as I found that is to be very interesting. But Mo, we both voted kind of on 5, didn't we?
Yeah, we had 2 on 5. You see, we were worried between 3 and 5, but no, I think if you listen to it, it'll make sense. Okay, so do you want to go with it or me?
Tear it up.
Okay, tear it up. There's a hint for you.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Flaying, better known as skinning alive, has a long and grotesque history. Records of the practice exist as far back as Neo-Assyrian Empire, which began in 911 BC, but it cropped up in most civilizations one time or another, including in medieval Europe, where it tended to be used as a punishment for traitors. And in the ritual, human sacrifices made by the Aztecs in Mexico, they would at least be believed to have skinned the body after the sacrifice, though, which is a bit of a different one. There's different various techniques which have been used. The one thing that's always stayed the same between them has just always been the same slowly slicing of skin, trying to keep the body alive as long as possible. Now, I know it's gone right the way through the good old days of medieval and that, but their own version of it. And their version was absolutely messed up. It was called the Death from 1,000 Cuts. And it happened in the past 100 years, if I'm right in believing, in Japan. That's how close to home it is. And what they done was they tied the person up and they performed hundreds of see, we're flaying and we're skinning alive. They're taking the skin off your leg. They take your skin off your leg. The Death from 1,000 Cuts, which is the same concept, they were slivering and slicing bit after bit. And you're alive. You're there. You're looking down. You can feel it. You can't do nothing for yourself. And then the last thing to go, you're done. It's game over. It's horrifying.
It's very horrifying. Okay, but now here's the question I want to ask you.
Go for it.
I didn't tell you I was going to do this. If you had to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, if you were going to be executed, which one would you pick and why?
Oh shit. So let me have a look. Scaffism, keelhaul, blood eagle, Spanish tickler, flaying. Spanish tickling seems to be the quickest way to go.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't like being underwater.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go on, same to you.
Keel hauling. Keel hauling. I don't mind being underwater, but you figure you're going to drown sooner than later. So
do you know what though? At least if you're in cold water, it would probably hurt less because your body would be numb with the water. So maybe that.
Yeah, water probably.
So, but
yeah.
I'm going to say as well to the people who view this and to the people who watch this, do us a favor, put in the comments what you think would be the worst one for you guys, whether from the 5 that we've picked, which have been blood eagle, keelhaul, and scaffism, Spanish tickler, or flaying. Which one would you think would be the worst? And if none of our ones are the same, or none of our ones are the worst that you think, other than marriage, which to be fair, that is a slow, painful death, you can't match that one. The only other thing I could suggest is give us an idea of what you think your worst would be. What do you think the worst ones out there are? There's one we never mentioned, which was Vlad the Impaler. He was absolutely amazing at what he done, but he didn't have one execution method. He had many. He nailed things to people's heads and everything. That guy was twisted. So he's one of the top 5 worst. He's not. I couldn't say he was one of the ones which had the worst execution method because he was always using different ones. Impaling was one of many. He's messed up with that, but
Vlad was good at what he did. How about that?
Yeah, he was. From what that time we had that show, the one thing I got from him is he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people disagreed with us on that, but I still stick to that. He had to do what he had to do.
It's the way things were in those times, you know?
Yeah, if you didn't show strength, you're weak.
Yeah, but I say we'll come up, I'd say in the next few weeks, 5 the worst botched executions. Okay, we did the worst ones we thought that we could find that were the most brutal, but now we're going to come up, in a later date, the most, the worst blotched. There I go. He has can't spell on his thing. I should have can't talk because I'm dead. The most botched executions. And there's some plenty botched executions out there. Just get on the net, and there's some good ones. From heads popping off of hangman's ropes to I'm not even going to bring up any more because I gotta research that a little further too.
I've got to. No, I think on our next show, I think we'll look at that. Just keep the execution trend going. We'll look at that one.
Yeah, let's do that, dude.
We'll look at the botched executions. But guys, if you've got any ideas of what you want us to talk about, or if you want to come on and terrorize us over something, just let us know. I'm sure we can have some fun.
Yep. And I want to thank everybody for getting us to about 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. That is just kick ass. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, 100% appreciated. The best part for me with regards to it is Kate messaged me a few days ago to let me know. Guess what? We've hit 10,000 subscribers. Okay, that was 2 days ago. We're on 10,271.
That's nice.
As of today, and it's growing. And then Kate messaged me. I'm like, really? And he went, yeah. So I checked, and it was 10,060. And I was like, there's been 60 since you messaged me. Oh, this is going well. So yeah. So to everybody who is watching, as Kate said, and I'll agree with Kate on it. Listen, I appreciate it. We wouldn't do this if nobody listened. There'd be no point. The fact that people like to come on, I mean, don't get me wrong. Why the hell anybody wants to listen to me and you rant on about stuff is beyond me, but people do.
That is so true, though. But
I think it's a guilt thing,
That's a fun thing too. I mean, I have fun doing it. I mean, no matter who we have on live or what we're talking about, it's always fun. I mean, there's always stuff. It lets you just blurt out things. Sometimes you just really wouldn't blurt out usually to certain people, And it's all good fun. I mean, the way I look at it, whether it's a paranormal, whether it's dark history, whether it's any of the above, I find it interesting. So.
Do you know what? It's the one thing I look forward to doing, and it's a shame that it took this long for us to get back into the swing of things. But now we got this, so well played.
We're rolling. I'll do it, but I'm going to start doing more homework now. because today I actually have things written down. Usually I don't. I just free flow with it, but I had it all written down. Like, okay,
how official am I? Notepad,
dude, this is the same here. Look,
notepad. You know, the amount, right?
We both had it down pat tonight.
For people who are not aware, when me and Kev first started this, we started on the radio, and we literally, the group we started with, we took the piss. All we done was joke, laugh, and mess about. Then we decided to come over to the vidcast, which is YouTube, and we decided to be a little bit more serious. So we did things like, and it's sort of slow. We actually had show schedules, like proper, look very. And we could email them to each other and like, what do you think of this? And then slowly but surely it turned into, do you want to do a show on this? Let's research it. So we'd research it and we'd just come at it. And we'd come at it guns blazing, dead happy with ourselves. And then all of a sudden we started writing it back down again.
Yeah.
Bit of a weird one.
But we're writing it back down, but we have we're more, I think, communication has gotten better because we got an opportunity, we communicate. If you don't know this, yes, Mo and I do communicate probably once a day, once every other day about what's coming up, what's going on, what's the latest trend, and stuff like that. So we see what's trending. He gets an idea, asks me to do something, or I'll ask him, to do something. And I don't know, I enjoy it. I totally enjoy it. And I mean, there's no BS about it. I mean, I'm not trying to I enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I really do.
It is. It's an absolute laugh. I think what we need to do though is we need to definitely, me and Kate are going to sit down, throw a few new shows together. Well, let's say a hell of a lot, and then just keep going with it and keep blasting away. So do us a favor, guys. Don't think this is going to be one of those things where we're going to do this and then not do nothing for a few weeks. This is going to be back weekly. So, guys, again, I appreciate it. I appreciate the 10,000 subscribers. If you don't already subscribe, like the video for us. It just shows that you've liked it. We're kind of happy to see that. So, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for coming on, and Kate, thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, whatever you are.
5:28. Half past 5 my time. So
10:28 my time.
10:28 your time. So.
Yeah.
Mo's got to get up at 7 a.m.
No, 6.
I got to get up at 6. I got to get up at 7. I got to go to rehab for my pinky that's got a screw in it now. So.
Oh God, you've got to have counseling for your finger.
No, yeah, I got to have physical therapy, dude, because I can't.
Have you got
look, I can
bend the little bed that you finger.
Look, I can bend
the little bed your finger laid down on, and you can ask questions.
Yeah.
Or like, how you feeling?
And it shrunk. It shrunk, dude. I got like little baby fingers, and like my wife makes fun of me talking about how I got like these little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, and I got little baby fingers. And I say my baby fingers gangster, and I want to keep it at that.
Yeah,
but, they make me do all these exercises. Put my hand. This is kind of weird. This is kind of ties into what we're doing. Okay, so they had me put my hand. I thought what was hot water to warm it up. Exactly.
What's up?
Exactly. Crying the blues. But I pulled my hand out. It was hot wax that just melted around my hand. It just stuck, so that way they didn't have to wear gloves, because of my STDs or what. I shouldn't say that out loud. So what the hell? No, I haven't got swabbed. Okay, that would have been number 6. That would have been number 6 on the list. But so I gotta go through that tomorrow. So I gotta be up early too. But I'll sit and all night. So
right. So listen, guys, I appreciate it, and Kate, I appreciate it. But we're gonna have to call it a day, and we're gonna see you all next week, guys. Okay, so take it easy.